Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader. It's Thursday. That means it's time to cover recent sales for the vintage collection. I apologize ahead of time because I had to film this video very early because the week that this video releases, I have an insane schedule for work. I try not to work these days, but the week that this is getting released, I probably won't have any time to film any videos at all. And I feel like I owe it to you guys to try and provide as much content as I can, especially to my Patreon supporters. They keep this channel going. They keep me motivated to produce new content for you guys. Patreon.com/actionfiguregrader is where you can go to sign up. As always, please be sure to leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, as it does help out the channel, helps out with the stupid YouTube algorithms. Hopefully more people will continue to find my dumb videos. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so I got a pretty nice assortment here of different items. It's kind of all over the place. It's not kind of grouped by any sort of organization or theme, but I did have a few vehicles interspersed throughout this video, including the Katana sail barge, the HasLab Katana sail barge, never removed from box. We just documented one that sold on Heritage a few weeks back for exactly this price, about $2,000. And that's what this one sold for. The starting bid price was $1999.99, along with $150 shipping. So really, before sales tax, this one sold for $21.50, and that seems to be about the going rate right now for the Katana sail barge, in pretty good shape. This was an interesting sale. This was a loose Toys R Us exclusive Republic gunship, and not often you see one of these get sold kind of loose outside the box, but with the box. And this one sold for $160 free shipping. So for those of you just looking for a display item, and that is an awesome display item. I love that. That Republic gunship is pretty incredible. Shocked they haven't re-released this thing, given that they've re-released the Slave One or Boba Fett Starship 3 times. Why not re-release the gunship? This thing would sell like hotcakes, and they could up the price pretty well, and I guarantee you there would be people buying multiples of a Republic gunship re-release. Shocking they haven't announced that yet. Anyway, that one is loose and did sell for $160. This was an interesting low sale. This was free shipping, and it sold for $335. That's the Razor Crest, sealed with all tiers. So this was not just like a partial sale. This included everything, and a factory sealed Razor Crest for $335. That's kind of a new low that I've seen. $335 free shipping from a trusted seller is that's a really low number. So shocking to see that one go as low as it did. And speaking of the Razor Crest, here are the 3 pack-ins. So just the pack-ins of Grogu with the Chrome Prom, the Off-World Jawa Elder, and then the baggie with the Cloth Goods Cape Mandalorian. Just those 3 together sold for $150, or you spend $200 more, or less than $200 more, and you get the entire package. So pretty incredible sale for that Razor Crest. Here was a foil Clone Commander Cody VC-19 graded Collector Archive Services 90. This one sold in an auction for $174.50. Given that they can sell for $150 to $175 loose and ungraded, is a pretty great deal for a CAS 90, $174.50. I've got some more of his sales here in a little bit, but first I wanted to show you Jango Fett, VC-34 Jango Fett, US card, unpunched. That one sold for $100 plus shipping, versus this one, exact same card back. Well, this one was on offerless, so I will say that this one was the offerless example, versus this one that had the prototype Fett offer sticker that was graded AFA 85. 85, 85, 90. That one sold for $145.50 versus this one that was ungraded, but probably in similar condition, but offerless for $100. So 2 data points there for VC-34. Here was that Super Battle Droid. I think I might have shown this one in a What to Buy video. I can't remember. That one sold for $180. The US card unpunched in near mint condition. That's one that's held its value pretty well, the Super Battle Droid. Here's another graded example. This was an unpunched Clone Trooper from the 212th Battalion, another CAS 90, and that one sold for $121.38. This one routinely sells for about $100 or so, ungraded, so to get that one for $121 was a good deal there. I was shocked by this sales price. This one was a lot higher than I was expecting. This was an uncirculated 8.5 for VC93 Darth Vader on the Star Wars racetrack with the Darth Maul offer. I had an AFA 9.0 that I sold for about half this price. So this one was a big number. It was a buy it now. So just keep that in mind, is that, you know, someone was maybe willing to overpay. To me, that is an overpay. At $350, I think that that's probably an overpay by at least 50%. No offense if you happen to be the one that bought it, but that does seem really high. I mean, I sold my AFA uncirculated 9.0 for like $150 or $175, I think. Don't quote me on that. It was about a year ago, if not more. And to pay $350 for a U 8.5 just seems like a pretty big overpay. Speaking of Darth Vader, here was the FET offer, and this one was the foil ESB card back VC08, and this one was an AFA 8.5, and it sold for $210. So two big numbers on two different Darth Vaders, both of them 8.5 grade. Next up, Aura Singh. We all know that she's coming back with less accessories, and I was kind of curious to see how Aura Singh holds up over the coming months, because this is one that's been pretty consistently between $80 and $100. And if you got multiples of the TVC 1.0 version, now's probably a good time to get rid of them if you were thinking about selling them. Obviously, just hold on to them if you want to hold on to them. But, you know, for those of you that have multiples and you want to kind of downsize your collection, probably want to do it before the re-release comes out. $82 on that one. Jocasta New, that's one we haven't talked about in a little while. This seller had two of them available in the box, the Brian Toys exclusive. Both of those sold for $205. Next up, another graded example of Oddball. This was an unpunched US card with the Darth Maul offer, graded CAS 90. That one sold in an auction for $137.50. This one's pretty consistently ungraded, going for $100 to maybe as high as $125. It got up there for a little while. We've talked about that in past videos, but $137.50 for a CAS 90, good deal there. It seems to me that Ahsoka on the first issue card back, VC 102, is that right? Yeah, VC 102 has pretty consistently, I think we found the floor. That's my personal opinion. It seems like the floor is about $180. I found two different data points. Both of them sold recently at $180. Both of them were unpunched US cards, but that, you know, and ungraded. But 180 seems to be kind of the new going floor for the original issue. Lumat, another one that's really held its value well, VC 104, unpunched US card, 130 on that one. You might get closer to $100 if you're patient in an auction, but you know, even in auctions, we're seeing those consistently go for over $100. But that would be the price target I'd aim for if you're still looking for Lumat, VC 104. Another graded example, VC 110, the Shock Trooper, unpunched US card, a CAS 90 grade again. That one sold for $137.50. Ungraded, unpunched US cards are consistently going for about $110, slightly over $100. So again, another really good deal on a CAS 90. Here was an uncirculated 9.0 Magna Guard. I did forget to look up what the best offer accepted was on that one, so I apologize for that. But this one did just sell recently to a Patreon supporter when I sent this out in a Buy It Now alert. That's another feature that Patreon members try to take advantage of. If I see good deals out there for items, I do send them exclusive Buy It Now alerts along with an eBay affiliate link. So thank you to you know who you are for buying this one. But it was listed for $375, uncirculated 9.0, and a best offer was accepted on that one. Next up, here is that Grand Admiral Thrawn VC 296. This was an AFA 9.0 uncirculated grade. I had that one in a what to buy video fairly recently. That one did sell for $91. Good deal there. That's a great card image. I love that image from the cartoon, the Rebels cartoon. And Grand Admiral Thrawn, he is an awesome villain. I didn't particularly enjoy the live action interpretation that much. I felt like he was a little weak, but hopefully they do him some justice in Season 2 for Ahsoka. Next up, Darth Revan. I found two different data points that I wanted to share. First was this one just the Darth Revan by itself sold for $75. And then I also did find a 2-pack with both Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan that sold for $100. So that gives you a good data point to aim for. Those seem to be very popular and very in demand from collectors right now. Finally, another low data point for a complete SDCC Death Star box set. This one included everything. It had the mouse droid. It also had the Salacious Crumb. There's the mouse droid there, and then the Salacious Crumb was also shown. There he is right there. So it had everything, and this was an auction, and I was shocked by this final sales price. We obviously documented one last week that Gold Star Tech had for sale. In all fairness, that one I think was a sealed example. That one sold for $1,600, and I believe there was also one on Heritage in the last Heritage session that sold for somewhere in that ballpark. It might have been a little bit less than that. But this one sold for $960. That is a drastic drop relative to some of the examples we've seen. It feels like the low price was kind of $1,200 to $1,400. It was certainly over $2,000 fairly recently. But $960.01 plus $150 shipping, let's call that about $1,100. That's kind of a new low for me here in terms of recent sales data points. So very shocking to see that one go as cheap as it did. It was a seller that had 100% positive feedback with over almost 1,400 transactions. So it's not like this was like people were worried about a scam or anything like that. So really surprising it went that low, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look at recent sales for the vintage collection. Be sure to leave me a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.